Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna jump right into this video. Even though y'all didn't ask for it, I'm still gonna put it out. Thank you. Anyways, today I'm gonna be doing the Uche Natori. If I pronounce it wrong, please do not kill me in the comments. I am trying my best, but I'm going to try to do what she did and basically taking her tips and tricks on how she lays her foundations, how she lays her contour, blush, concealers, creamers, whatever the case may be. I'm just following her tutorial. The first thing that she does do is she uses the eyebrow glue and she makes sure that she brushes it all out. And when she's done brushing it all out, she's also like placing it. You need to have a good eyebrow gel just so you can place it correctly. Now she goes in with her primer. She says she uses 2 layers, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use 2 layers of primer. The primer that I'm using is the e.l.f. I love it. If y'all want to get another one, go ahead and do that, but as of right now I'm gonna stick with the drugstore. So get yourself the e.l.f. hydrating grip primer. It does its wonders, so do not sleep on it. But again guys, I'm gonna apply 2 layers of it. Disclaimer, throughout this video, if you see me looking up multiple times, I'm literally watching her tutorial while doing this video. I'm trying to get it down to the T, y'all. I've seen people on TikTok trying to do it, and I'm like, this is actually pretty cute. Let me see if this is something that I'm going to like to do. Is it going to fit my face? Because I feel like a lot of people kind of misunderstand that. And makeup look may look good, but does it fit your face? Like the structure of it. So you just have to follow what your face says. If you have an oval shaped face, if you have a more narrow, higher cheekbones, not much cheekbones, but maybe you have to pay attention to your face. Not everything is going to match it. But again, guys, like I said, that second layer, because you want to make sure it grips everything. You pat it. Pat, 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 pat. So I'm going to be testing out a new foundation. This is the e.l.f. product that I just bought, guys. The last one I used was a Juvia's Place, but I'm gonna try this one. This is more of a hydrating one. The Juvia's Place is matte, so what she said is just to apply enough foundation so it can cover your face. We want this particular look, but we are afraid to apply products, so that's what you really need to do. If you want your makeup to stand out, apply makeup. I understand if people want that no makeup look, but baby, some of these looks actually need to look like makeup if you really want it to pop out. But I'm going to be using my makeup brush and I'm going to move it across my face. In order to have the foundation go across your face, it is best to use a brush first. Using a sponge is actually absorbing that product than the actual brush. The brush is actually going to let it be placed on your face smoothly. And it's better to not swipe. It's best to just start patting it in circular motions or just pat so you can get the full coverage, you guys. And don't forget your neck. Please, 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 please do not forget your neck, because you want to make sure it matches. But I'm just going to start dabbling and dabbling across my face to make sure every part of my face has foundation. This is a foundation look, so you need foundation. So when I normally do my concealers, I swivel it all under my eyes. But now this time we're just gonna put it closer to our nose, a little bit under our nose as well, just those 2 lines. And we're also going to get the outer corner of our eyes right under it on both sides. You want to make sure that you're placing it evenly on both sides. Make sure they both have the same amount of product. I'm using e.l.f. Hydrating Cameo Concealer, and this color is closer to my skin tone, so I'm going to be using a lighter one later. But as well, put it under your chin and in between your eyebrow and your nose area. I don't know what happened to the prior clip, but I applied the lighter concealer. Please do not beat me up in the comments. Oh my gosh, where is the clip? It's not there. I'm sorry. But I am now doing a contour look. Y'all, for the contouring, I just use a darker foundation. Miss Uche said that you're supposed to apply it under your cheek, next to your nose area, over your forehead. Make sure you are applying a good amount, as well as under your chin. One thing I don't do is apply it near my eyes, but she said apply it near your eyes, so guess what we're gonna do? Apply it near our eyes, guys. Again, I am following her makeup tutorial, her makeup routine, to see how this look is going to look on me. And I'm using an angle brush. I'm using a brush to smooth out the contour areas first. I'm not blending them all together. I'm just going to focus on the areas that I do have my contouring marks on it and just blend them in the directions that I need it to be blended. When it comes to blending your contour, you want to make sure that you're blending it towards where you see the structure of your face. Again, a lot of people fail to realize that you want to contour your face. You're trying to structure your face, so structure your face correctly and not just blending it however you want to. In this process, you're going to see a lot of silly faces, but that's just how I get the products on my face. You have to move your face. Sometimes where you're looking at one angle and your face is in another way, you have to move your face so you are actually applying the products correctly. I'm also taking my products that I have from my upper part of my cheek and I am swiping it down on the side of my face just so I can actually uplift it and structure my cheekbones and under my chin to make it have that look. Again, guys, I'm going based off what my Miss Girl said, and Miss Girl's face was eaten to the tea. She ate and left no crumbs. Now for the inner part of my face where my eyes meet my nose, I'm going to use a smaller brush. This brush did come with my foundation stick, so I'm just going to use it and I'm going to brush in my eyes, like I'm brushing it in towards my eyes. And I'm taking the product that I have from my nose as well, and I'm pressing it and I'm dabbling it. I'm not actually pressing it, I'm actually dabbling it, and I'm moving it across where I need it to go. I did kind of use a little too much of that product around the nose area, so when it came for me trying to blend it out, it was mixing in with the concealers that I had. But that's fine, I was able to fix it throughout the process. Now again, all the brushes that I have, I'm using it from Amazon, and honestly I need to get some more, but I'm using a smaller brush to blend out the concealer. Everything that I'm using right now is going to be brush, and liquid base, but I'm patting it, and it seems like I'm going a little faster because I had to make sure that I'm not letting the conceal dry out. So I am patting it and I'm patting it, and I'm also blending the ending areas where it meets the contour. I'm going to blend them together, but I'm taking most of the products that I have from the inner of my eyes and I'm going to bring it down to make sure that it's blending seamlessly and giving it that look, that desired look that I was looking for, as well as the desired look that makes it look have a brighter under eye. Throughout each process of doing your makeup, you have to take your time if you want it to look good. If you don't want it to look as vibrant or as defined or just look as structured, then you don't need that much time. But if it's a look that you want it to look a certain way, take your time on doing your makeup, as well as blend. You need to blend your products throughout. And I did rush in this process. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, because I did have to go to dinner with my sister, so I was trying to record a video before going somewhere. Child, I don't think I can do that again. But throughout this whole thing, I am taking everything and I'm just trying to blend it in. Blend it. Of course, the brush that I had was a little smaller, so it did take me a little bit more time, but I was able to manage it. Now that I have placed on my product and I blend it with the brush, I'm using a sponge, and this sponge is supposed to take the product that I have, absorb it, and move it along with everything else, basically blending it in. That's what the blending sponges are for, is to blend it with your products. And I am blending it on top of my eyelids, and I'm blending it over everything that I have. If it's touching the contour, that's totally fine, because we're gonna go back and we're gonna go redo this to make it look good again. Personally, I love this spot because I feel like I look like an Oompa Loompa. But that just lets me know that I have product on my face. And it also lets me know which areas that I need to go back and blend, which I'm going to do right now. I'm taking my brush again that I use for my foundation, and I'm going to start blending it in. I'm not taking the brush that I use for my concealer. It's not taking the brush that I use for my contour. I'm taking the brush that I use for my foundation, and I'm going back to the areas that needed another blending to blend them seamlessly. So I'm taking my contour, I'm taking my concealers, and I'm taking everything and I'm just patting it. I'm patting it and making sure that it's blending correctly. And to be quite honest, majority of the products that she had or she was using, I do not have it. And I was really trying to figure out what can I use to substitute what she was using. So if any of the makeup girlies are like, oh my gosh, what is she doing, y'all? I do not have the products for real. So I was just using the translucent powder, and I'm placing it under the area where I contoured already. And I'm not putting too much, I'm just putting a little bit. Now to set all of my products, Miss Girl said, put setting spray after your liquids and let it dry. So I was like, okay, cool, let me start fanning myself, because bookies, we got to go, we got places to be, and we have things to do. Now for me, I love me some Fit Me setting powder. So I'm going to take another small brush. I'm not using the same brush that I use for my concealer. I'm using a totally different brush. And I'm actually taking the setting powder and I am pressing it on the area that I have my concealers. I'm not using a lot, but I'm not putting little. I'm using enough for me to have that pressed powder look around my contouring areas. So again, I am just trying to make sure I'm listening to my good girl and I'm following her rules and following her tips and trips. And this is my first time doing it, and it was a very fun way of doing it, honestly, because I've never done my makeup like this. I always do my eyebrows first, but it's okay to try some new things. You never learn unless you try. So every area that I had placed concealer at, that's where I'm putting this setting powder. As well, to sharpen my contour area, I'm going to be placing it right under that line. I already placed it on my nose, under my eyes. I'm also going to be placing it under my chin, and I'm also going to place it on top of my forehead. So Miss Girl said, apply your natural closest to your shade setting powder first, and then after that go in with a lighter setting powder. The one that I'm using, I place all my products on the screen, guys, and as well I'm going to put the links in the bottom so you can see everything that I'm using. It's going to have its name as well as the shade type. So I have a more of an orange red undertone, so I like that look for me. I don't like it to look too bright, but I like it to have that nice sunset type look. Blending is going to be your best friend in this type of tutorial, because you're going to learn how to blend and you're going to learn how to use your products correctly. Now, she was using a bronzer. I don't have a bronzer, so I was just using my powder contour. The same brush that I was using for my liquid, I'm going back to use it for my powder one. And I'm just going back to my areas that had lost the oomph, and I'm just bringing it back to life, baby. I know y'all see that. I know y'all see that. Not for me. I don't do this when it comes to my makeups, but the same products that I was using for my contouring areas, I'm going to be using it on my eye area as well. I'm going to be blending out my nose area, and I'm going to bring it up my nose so it can go into my eye. Again, I'm taking that little brush and I'm doing the same thing, just bringing it towards my eye area. You want to make sure that you have a good size brush when it comes to your face, so you're actually getting the products on the right area. A bigger brush will actually make the product go to other places where you don't want it at, and just having a smaller brush will just get it to the right desired area. You're just looking up, making sure I'm doing it right, girl. I'm trying my best. Guys, I'm not even gonna lie to you. At this part, I was getting a little scared because I was like, is this really how it's supposed to look? Or I'm just trying my best. Again, I really was trying my best, but I was like, oh, okay. I mean, you're already there, so you might as well just finish. Now that I had to use my powder contour, powder setting powders, all the powders that you can think of, we're going to go back and finish everything with a powder foundation. That is supposed to bring everything seamlessly back to life. Going towards the areas that need it, especially under my chin area. Any areas that I felt like are not set, I'm going to go back and I'm going to place it in those areas. Don't forget to use blush. I was never a blush girly. I used to hate it. Putting blush on me, no bookies. That was not going to happen. But I found a way of actually liking it. It was not getting the brightest one, but getting something calm, yet rosy, but not too pinkish. And that's the one that I like, guys. It doesn't show too much for me, but it shows that a little enough. But you want to go on and place your blush with your actual blush brush. Guys, get a brush that's actually for blushing. And if you want any good tips and tricks when it comes to using your brush, guys, honestly, I would say just go to your local Sephora or Ulta, and they will give you your best options. And one last round of setting spray. Again, guys, it was to let it dry, but I had places to go, so we're gonna use this thing to dry our faces. And it was coming along. I was like, okay, I feel it. Let me go put some lashes on, see what I gotta go. Zoom. And boom. Boom. She's so cute, girl. Like, eat them up. Eat the girlies up. Like I said, I'm an eyebrow first girl. But Miss Girl said, do your eyebrows last? And I was like, okay, my eyebrows are naturally full already. So this area is really just supposed to fill in your eyebrows. But I was starting to look back, I was just like, I don't really need to fill in my eyebrows. I think they're pretty good. And the type of pencil that I have is very pigmented. So it's just like, I don't need to do this process for real. So I just put it away and was just like, let me brush it out so I don't want to have any harsh eyebrows. So that's what I'm doing. Again, guys, the same pencil that I was using for my eyebrows is what I'm using for my lips. This, like I said, this pencil is so pigmented. Like, it is very affordable. I think it's like $1 at the beauty supply store. But yeah, it goes on so smoothly. It's pigmented and it's affordable. Like, I cannot knock it. I'm not gonna knock it, and I'm gonna keep using it till I have no more. Now, normally I will go in with my black liner and I will put it under my eyes, but this is a different makeup look, so I'm going to be using my mascara Sky High, and I'm just going to start applying it. I have pretty decent, cute lashes, so I don't put too much so it can look as cute and not dramatic, because I'm really trying to look go for it for my face and not too much on the eyes. To remove those harsh lines around your lips, it's best to get a really small brush, and start blending out the areas that I have outlined around my lips, so it can blend in nicely when I start putting on my lip gloss, lipsticks, whatever I'm doing, so it won't look too crazy. I like to have it blended out, then it look too harsh around my lips. Now these are my trios, a darker one, a very rosy one, and a very pink one. I use the darker one first, then I use the rosy one, and then I use the pink one. And I just place it loose. Place it into your desired look. I didn't want it to be so pinky. I didn't want it to be too dark. I just wanted to look nice and like calm, because that's what I'm really trying to look for. And this is really the finished look. Like, it was so cute. At the end, I was kind of skeptical, but I was just like, okay, it is really cute. Now that I know how to do this, I would just focus more on blending certain areas. And I'm not gonna lie, I would definitely try this again when I have more time and focus on using different products. So I would love to try doing this look again, is using different products. But thank you for watching. I love you guys. Bye.